Hello, everyone. My name is Zulfiqar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot. But before we talk about this income idea, I want to let you know that anything you hear in this video is for information and educational purposes only. Nothing in this video should be taken as personalized investment advice. Investing comes with risk. To read more about it, please see the description below. If you're an investor looking for exciting tech stocks, Automatic Data Processing Inc., traded on NASDAQ under symbol ADP, might not fit the bill. The tagline on their website is experience better HP and payroll. If you're looking for a company that provides investors with a reliable growing dividend and long-term share price gains, then ADP will fit the bill. John?
Yeah, listen, when it comes to long-term stock market gains and an enviable dividend policy, it's difficult to beat big, boring blue chip stocks. And when it comes to boring payroll and benefits is a close second to insurance. But when it comes to payroll and HR, the name in the industry is ADP, and they make a lot of money doing it. The company provides cloud-based human capital management solutions, which includes payroll, HR, management, insurance, retirement, and compliance services, etc., as well as benefits packages, things like that. Provides its services to anyone with employees, basically. This includes small, medium, and large businesses, from restaurants and hospitality, manufacturing, construction, government, education, you name it. It currently has a cap of almost 104 billion. And it was actually 88.5 billion when we last looked at ADP back in late May. The big market cap increase means two things. Its share price is growing, and it has made a huge growing list of companies to its roster. In fact, it provides payroll to over 40 million workers globally and has over 1 million clients in 140 countries. The diverse and growing group needs ADP's products and services no matter where we're at in the economic cycle. And that's why it's a great recession-resistant stock that investors should keep on the radar.
I know ADP reported impressive Q3 results and raised its 2023 guidance. How did the company ultimately do in fiscal 2023?
Yeah, well, the adjective management used to describe the fourth quarter of fiscal 2023 is stellar, and you can't do much better than that. In fact, ADP seems to do well no matter what's going on. Despite the ongoing macroeconomic uncertainty, ADP again delivered strong revenue growth, margin expansion, and EPS growth that, for the most part, far exceeded guidance. For example, I'll just throw out some numbers. Revenue for the fourth quarter increased 8%, net revenue increased 24%, net income. Adjusted earnings increased 25%, diluted earnings per share were up 25% to $1.87, and that's much higher than previous guidance growth of 16 to 17%. And adjusted diluted EPS increased 26% to $1.89. $1.89. Again, that topped previous guidance by a wide margin of 16 to 17%. And for fiscal 2023, which ended this past June 30th, ADP announced that revenue climbed 9%, net income was up 16%, adjusted net earnings increased 16% as well. Diluted EPS rallied 17% to $8.21 per share, and adjusted diluted EPS grew 17% to $8.23 per share.
And John, we know that stock market likes to look forward rather than what has already happened. So now let's talk about how are things looking for fiscal year 2024 at ADP?
Well, for income investors, things are looking even better. ADP expects to report revenue growth of 6 to 7%, diluted EPS growth of 10 to 12%, and adjusted diluted EPS growth of 10 to 12% as well.
And John, now let's talk about how do strong results help income investors?
ADP has been about as reliable as you can get when it comes to providing a growing dividend. That last raised its payout in November 2022, when it increased its quarterly cash dividend to an annual rate of $5 per share, or $1.25 on a quarterly basis, for a current yield of 2.03%. The $1.25 payout represents a 20% increase to its quarterly dividend and the 48th year of consecutive annual dividend increases. So it's getting close to being a dividend king. And by all accounts, it will raise it for a 49th consecutive year this November, which again puts it just 1 year shy of being a dividend king. And the definition of a dividend king is a company that's raised its dividend for 50 consecutive years. And there's not a lot of companies that can lay claim to that.
And what about the ADP stock?
ADP stock has done exceptionally well since we last looked at the company in late May. At the time, it was trading around $209 per share. On July 27th, it hit an intraday high of $256.84 per share for a 2-month gain of 22.6%. For reference sake, over the same time frame, the S&P 500 climbed 9%. And keep in mind, the average dividend yield on the S&P 500 is also just 1.54%. That's 32% below ADP's current yield. Again, that's a big gain for the S&P 500, but ADP has been providing shareholders with massive gains for decades. Case in point, over the last 20 years, with dividends reinvested, ADP stock has returned profits of 1,212%, compared with just 361% for the S&P 500. Over the last 30 years, even further out, ADP has returned total profits of 3,854% and 5,898% over the last 40 years. That bullish momentum is expected to continue, of course. The 12-month share price target for ADP stock is $260 per share or $285 per share. The latter target would put ADP stock in record territory.
John, thank you so much for your analysis. Automatic Data Processing Inc. is an industry-leading staffing and employment services company with a long history of consistent revenue growth, including growing through headwinds related to COVID-19. It reported impressive Q3 results and a stellar Q4 results. As for fiscal 2024, the company expects to report healthy revenue, new business booking growth, and margin expansions. All of this should help juice its share price and allow it to continue to providing one of the most reliable dividends on Wall Street. The company has been increasing its dividends for 40 years and counting, and it could soon become a dividend king. That's it for today. We'll be back with another video soon. If you want to read more about John's income ideas, you could head directly to www.incomeinvestors.com. In the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.